Welcome to Bible Study. My name is Stevie. Last week we spoke about God as Spirit. This week we are speaking about God's infinite and eternal attributes. Abraham in Genesis, David in Psalms, and Paul in Romans all acknowledged and worship God's eternal and infinite qualities. From Genesis to Revelation, cover to cover, the Bible speaks about this. God is infinite as it relates to space, so he's everywhere, he's present all at the same time. He's also infinite in time, so he exists in the past and the present and the future all simultaneously. That also means God's qualities and his attributes, they're all infinite. His love will never end, his mercy will never cease, his truth will never expire, and his holiness is eternal. The thing about infinity is that it's immeasurable or unsearchable. So in Psalms, it says God's greatness is unsearchable. In Isaiah, it says his understanding is unsearchable. And in Romans, it says his judgments are unsearchable. So you can type into Google, you could ask Siri, they don't have the answers. That brings us to eternity or forever. And I kind of struggle. It's like, how am I going to, explain something that by definition is immeasurable? I was in Chicago this week and I was riding the train to go ride Grant Skate Plaza. And as I rode the train, I saw all these buildings, they were crumbling. I saw these like metal structures and bridges, and they were all rusty. And I was reminded of one of my favorite words. It's the opposite of eternal. It's ephemeral. And so by definition, ephemeral means distinctly brief. So you could think about like a skateboard. Depending on the skater, it might last 3 hours. It might break in 3 days. It might break in 3 weeks or 3 months, but it's going to break at some point and you'll get a new skateboard. Or you could extend that to, any physical thing like your home or your status or your wealth or your body. They all rot, they all decay, they all turn to dust. That brings us to our scripture this week, Deuteronomy 33:27. Moses, he's just about to die and he's sharing final words of wisdom with the Israelites. Moses says, "The eternal God is your refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms." So Moses doesn't say, find security in your bank account or your status. Moses identifies God's eternal refuge as the only thing durable enough for his community to place their faith. God also created you for an eternal relationship with him, and through salvation, you share a full eternal future with your God. He is the Alpha, he is the Omega, he is the final word. Your God is forever. We'll see you next week.